All right then, another show, another game, and we're still not able to create a gap in the table of La Liga. Barcelona still has issues that they still need to get better at. Very slow and very sluggish in the beginning of the game with I believe it was a corner kick or a free kick, I don't remember, that started everything with that first goal that Valencia had against us. Pique, he's got to be the man. He's got to be a veteran and show that he's a veteran. What he did out there was just not enough. I believe he's better than this, and he's got to be able to keep those balls away because he's our best center back. There's just no other way of putting it. Very quickly, I just want to go through various highlights of the game. But I believe Arthur did well. He's still learning. He's still young. Is he the next midfielder that we're looking for? Our top midfielder? We still need to find out more. We still need to see more of that. Could he be the next Xavi? Maybe he is. Maybe he's not. But it's hard to replicate something from another different player that's done so well for this club. It's just it's hard to find that kind of midfielder. But I do think that Arthur is a very good midfielder. I think that the more you give him the ball, the better he's going to be. No Malcolm, which is a surprise. I don't understand why Ernesto Valverde isn't having Malcolm even on the bench. But Messi did well. I thought he was magnificent with that goal that he created. It's just Messi is just a star. There's nothing really bad about him that we can say. I mean, there's days where he's gonna have a bad day, there's days gonna be a good day, but that's where everybody else has to come in and help him out. He cannot do everything. I thought Nelson Semedo did well. I thought maybe he could have done a little bit more on the offensive side of the ball, but slowly but maturely, he's coming around. I believe that Nelson has, what it takes for both sides on the field, offense and defense. It's just he's been on a slope lately, and he needs to catch up. Jordi Alba, magnificent, always trying to connect with Messi. Luis Suarez, I think he needs to really start getting his groove going, and he needs to be the playmaker as a striker. He needs to get those balls in. I don't know how long it's been since he's scored, to be honest, but he's kind of on a drought right now on goals. And it's a combination. I think that the midfield needs to look for him, and when he has the ball, he has to take that shot. Don't play with it so much. Don't try to do some sneaky move and trick shot. Just do what you have to do as a striker and shoot. That's what you were hired for. That's what you were brought into this club for. What else? Arturo Vidal. No Arturo Vidal. Once again, a veteran. Could he have been the decision making of the game? Could he have been the difference maker of the game? Maybe he could have. There is a lot of negative talk about him, and his emojis on Twitter, whatever it is that he's on social media, expressing his feelings about not being able to play. Look, the opportunity will come, but I also believe that we're missing out on that opportunity right now. We need some goals, and he can provide goals. We've seen it in the past with Bayern. He can provide. He can look for. He's a playmaker. This is where I think Valverde needs to put him in places and opportunities like these. So there's a lot of things going on, and I believe the defense needs to get better. Valencia is not at the top 10. They're not at the top 15 guys on the table. Valencia is almost regulated, and Valencia is coming around with a point against us because we tied. We both tied. Valencia, Barcelona, they both tied. But this is something that we have to gonna have to break through. Do we need to change to a formation on 4-4-2 formation? I said this before. Maybe it's time for a 4-4-2 formation until we start getting better on defense. Then we can start going with a 4-3-3 formation where we have more of an attack up front. But right now, it seems like we are just not ready for a 4-3-3 right now. And I believe that we need to start thinking about our defense a little bit more. And come the January transfer window, that's when we have to start thinking, do we need another defensive player that can make a difference in the backfield? Maybe it's time, to change it up a little bit. So start challenging these players in the backfield. We've got offensive, players at top that can make it, but in the summer transfer window, that's all we were focused on. We were just focused on the offense. We were never focused on the defense as much as we were. But we gotta close the gaps. We're leaving too many gaps, too many loopholes in the backfield. Like I said this before, and we need to do better. We need to do better, and we've got teams that are starting to understand that there are loopholes in our defense, and they're taking advantage of it. That's ridiculous, Not even 2 minutes and we get scored on. And then finally we start getting our act together that we need to play better defense. And there was a few other very short, there's a few other shots that Valencia took on us that were real close. It could have been their game. But right now, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, the top three in the past are just not looking good. They're especially Real Madrid. And I said this before. We gotta learn from our mistakes, and we gotta learn from the mistakes from our enemies, Real Madrid, because they're looking at us. They're looking at tape, and other teams are just going to take advantage of us. Like I said. All right. Well, that's all I have for today. I'll probably make a video before the next game comes, and we gotta get on the ball. We just gotta get on the ball. We gotta get better. I love our club, but sometimes I have to call it down the middle. Our best player, Messi, needs our help. He's getting frustrated out there. He's starting to see that our defense is not growing. We gotta give him something some hope, some backup. All right. I'll see y'all later. See you next time. Peace.